What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some work on the Speed 6. The power steering cooler seems to have failed. It's leaking, so all the power steering fluid leaked out. It actually happened when I went to go pick up that RX-7. So yeah, we're going to go be working on that. I was going to get the Damon kit, but they're like out of stock, and I don't think that's coming back. They have like a larger power steering kit, but apparently that's from what they're saying on their website. That's not good for daily driven cars. It's more like a race thing, like in the cold weather. I don't know. They was explaining it, and I was like, all right, I'll just try a different route. And I'm gonna just try a basic aftermarket steering cooler, and just hopefully if my stock lines are still okay, hopefully I could just line it up and be good. So let me show you what I got. So this is what we got here. I think the company name is Derail or something like that. Is that the company name? Yeah, this is the company name, Derail. So yeah, we're gonna try this out. It's not too big, but definitely should cool better. They gave me some holes, so let's see if we have to, you can, like I said, use the stock holes, or if I can maybe just use the rubber holes and set it up. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so as you can see, all the power steering fluid is leaking, or leak from, and you can see the cooler is wet, so that's where the leak was coming from. So the cooler's all old and rusty. So definitely it's ready for it to get changed out. Not just a matter of where you want to put it, how you want to set it up. The aftermarket one, see how I'm going to set it up. Maybe you can go in the same spot. I don't know. So we'll see. Alright, so first thing is a bolt here. So it's a 10. I already loosened it up. So this is a 10mm bolt. So that loosens up the power steering pump, the hose. And then it's a connection hose. Rubber hose that connects the hard line from the power steering pump to another hard line from the reservoir. So that's a hose right there. See if you can guys see it. So you can just pull that off right there. So it's a small little hose. It's tight, so more than likely you just might have to cut it and just replace it with the same likewise hose. So that's that part. So that's one side of it. Okay, so looking from the cooler, right? This is the cooler. It's all one piece with the hard line. So it goes from here, and it goes down, no holes right here, the hard line, and then it goes all the way back. I don't know if I can get it, but it goes, hold on, see if I can slide in there. It goes the holes into the steering rack. So basically we're cutting that hose. So it's one of two things. You're going to take the whole hose and replace it from the steering rack, or there's a piece of rubber that goes from the steering rack and just splice it in together. So I'll figure out how we're going to do it that way. But yeah, so this hose to the power steering cooler goes into the steering rack. So eventually I thought it was going to this hose over here, but that's not. That hose goes into the rack. This one outlets into the cooler. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it's not a long way to travel. Alright, so it's a couple days later, because I had to get another piece of hose, because the hose that came with the steering cooler is not the right size. It's the right size for the cooler itself, but to go from the one on the car, it's a 1/2 inch. I had to buy some barbs, so I see the barbs there, and have some more barbs somewhere around here. But so you had to get the holes, ordered the holes, got some barb fittings, so now we can mate it up everything and put everything together. So the thing is now too, you're gonna have to make a barb that goes from this hose, and then cut small piece of this hose to go there, barb that together. So a lot of connections here. I don't want to have so many, but these come too small, and I couldn't find another cooler with 1/2 inch outlets. So we're just gonna have to work around it. But yeah, so let's continue. Okay, so we got that piece of pipe out. Had to finagle it out. I had to cut it too because we ain't using it again, so it don't matter. But there's let me see if I can get it for you guys to show you, but it's hard down here. If you look right there, let's see, can you see? Okay, right there. There's that holds the pipe on. So even when you cut it, there's a hose on it that you can't pull it through. So you got to pull that hose off in order to be able to slide it out. Yeah, so to be able to slide the pipe out, you gotta get it through that hose for it to pull out. But it's a pain. So if you're not planning on using it again, you cut it. If I wasn't lazy, I would have took off the wheel and did it, but I went the caveman route. So that's how you pull it out. So that's that line that goes from the cooler to there. Here goes the old cooler. See if we can get in there. So this is where it broke. Right there, that's where it rusted out. And it broke and started leaking. So yeah, that was my issue there. Alright, so what I found here in my findings is with this power steering system, so you can focus, some hoses are actually like a 3/8 ID and some hoses are 1/2 inch ID. So the original hose that they gave me for the cooler would work, and the hose that comes from the steering rack seems to be a 3-inch ID. So I'm just gonna, but the hose itself is giving me an issue coming off of that steering rack. So I'm just gonna I had to go get another barb fitting, 3/8 to 3/8, slide it in, and then I could just put it straight to the cooler here because it's made for the cooler. As you can see, so on the other side here, and you just put it here, bam, and then do the other side. I probably gotta use a 1/2 inch or 3/8 for the other side to go into the other holes, and then we should be done. I just gotta find where I'm gonna mount the cooler at, and then we'll go from there. So you live and we learn, right? Okay, so we mounted the cooler. Trying to get a good angle right there. So the Damien kit actually mounts to that hole. You see the zip tie coming from? But we don't have any brackets or nothing on the cooler. So I just use zip ties, zip tied it up, wrapped it around. So it should hold. This should be good. Okay. OEM one just sat like right here, so but it just sat on the hard line, so it didn't really sit on anything. So yeah, but this one should hold. So that's the holes down here. We're gonna bring it up, so we're gonna have the other one come, put the other holes on it, and bam, and then we're done. So let's go. All right, so there goes the lines going into the cooler. I can see if I can get the hard line right there. There goes the hard line, just going straight to the regular line. Comes out there. So now this hard line, like I said, is a 1/2 inch. So for this kit, you needed the 3/8 inch barb to go to the 3/8 inch holes, because these are 3/8 inch outlets. So which is so Mazda used, I was worried about the 3/8 inch initially, but Mazda used both 3/8 and 1/2 inch on the line throughout, so no harm, no foul. So yeah, so everything lined up. Sorry, I don't know if y'all guys wanted to see me putting the hoses together and stuff, but you got the gist of it. So there we go. So we're gonna put some fluid in there, hopefully no leaks, start it up and see what happens. All right, so power steering pump is quiet. I'm not seeing no leaks yet. So that's good. Cooler. No leaks as of yet, so that's good. So gotta believe the system, as they say. So you know, you gotta constantly just turn the wheel. You gotta do this like 100 times so I get the air out. So yeah, you're gonna be doing this for a little bit, but it's working, man. It's back. Car been sitting for a couple weeks. Anywho, man, you're gonna get it bled out, give it a test drive, but so far everything is a-okay. So I thank you guys for checking this video out. Hopefully this helped a lot of you guys out. If you get, let's say, the Damien kit, that's the only makeshift kit they have. You know, this is a viable option. Get your own cooler, you know, get your own lines. It's just the issue of knowing what lines and fabbing it up. So hopefully this video helped you out. If you need any info, just let me know, man. I'm here for the people. That's what I'm here for, all right? Catch you on the next one. Later.